Hello, I am Katie Lesperance. I co-host a podcast called Cutscenes, a video game movie podcast, with two of my friends, Jacob McCourt and Travis Colnut. It is a seasonal podcast where we watch video game movies and then get together and discuss, gives our likes, our dislikes, sometimes our loves and hates. We give our hot takes, have some discussions, occasionally an argument or two. But is generally very positive and always a lot of fun. And, fun fact, Fun and Games' own Matt, aka Stormageddon, not only lends his voice to the intro for our show, but also has guested on one of our episodes, Season 2, Episode 9, where we talked about the movie Detective Pikachu. So if you're a big fan of Matt, which I'm sure you are, then make sure to check us out on any of your major podcasting platforms, and you can check out that episode. But today, I am here to talk to you about one of my favorite games, The Curse of Monkey Island. Now, The Curse of Monkey Island is a LucasArts adventure game that was released in 1997. It is the third in the series. Now, a lot of fans of these games will call blasphemy on me for calling this one my favorite. They would say that probably the second one is the better game, LeChuck's Revenge, and I love that game too. But when this game came out, The Curse of Monkey Island, I was the perfect age for it. It was my introduction to the series. So it really just hit the sweet spot of where I thought it was so funny and so interesting and challenging. And also, I was a kid. I was super patient in those times. So this adventure game was just perfect for me at that age. And then later on, afterwards, I played the first two games, loved them too. But this one really just holds a special place for me, and I will play this game over and over again forever, I imagine. But I have lots of reasons for this. So, first of all, the puzzles are just the right sweet spot of a little bit absurd, but not so obtuse that you'll never get it, or they'll be like, that's absurd, and why would I even pick that? You can figure them out, given enough time. And if you can't, there's internet walkthroughs. They do exist, so there's no excuse. But I love them. They're quirky. There's jokes right within the puzzles. I adored them. Also, this game introduces the new way of interacting with the environment that has the little coin when you click on an item, as opposed to all the verbs at the bottom of the screen, which, again, the purists would say adventure games gotta have the verbs at the bottom all laid out for you. But to me, this is more intuitive and takes out kind of a lot of useless clicks, where you still end up playing around with everything in the environment. Like, you're still trying things, failing, but it takes away picking between 4 very similar verbs just to get the right one. Really, though, the thing that got its hooks in me as a kid was just the wonderful cast of characters. I mean, you have Guybrush Threepwood. He is the lead. He is a dork who wants to be cool, and I was not cool, so I understood where he was coming from. He just wanted to be a pirate. He just wanted to be cool, and he tries so hard. And he'll play kind of the cocky pirate, but it's all just a cover. And then Elaine Marley, just one of the best characters. Adore her. She is just always has a comeback for everything. She's funny. She's kind of hard to get a hold of. Like, she's off doing her own thing all the time. And then this game does the thing where it kind of damsels her, but not actually. Where the goal is to kind of save Elaine, because, of course, Guybrush accidentally screws up and turns her into a gold statue while she's about to punch him in the face for doing something dumb. But she's still not the damsel, because the whole time Guybrush is like, I gotta fix this because she's gonna kill me. Like, this is bad. She's gonna be so mad that I screwed this up again. So you have to save her, but not because, she's yelling and stuck up in a castle somewhere. Like, it's because of something that Guybrush did. And he's like, oh no, I gotta fix this. She's awesome. You have LeChuck, obviously. I think it's the funniest that he's been for as far as the first 3 games. Honestly, he's kind of the same as Guybrush, except way cooler, obviously. But same thing. He's trying to get Elaine, and she just finds a way to deflate him all the time. And he's like, I just can't get it right. You've got the pirates that you recruit for your crew, who are all funny in different ways. You have Murray the Skull, who, as a kid, I would play this game over and over just to do every single possible conversation piece that I could have with Murray, because for some reason I just thought he was the funniest thing. And one of my favorites, a tertiary character, Kenny Foulmouth, voiced by Gary Coleman, rest in peace. He's this 10-year-old kid who is running cannons, like he's running a cannon shop on this island, and you go to him to upgrade the cannons on your ship, on your pirate ship. And he says this line where he says, I'm running guns, and I die every single time. It just makes me laugh. He yells at his mother to get the new cannon out of the back. He's just, he's a scheming little businessman, and he's hilarious. So all the characters are great. All the jokes sprinkled throughout are just wonderful. There's so many jokes for things, actions that aren't the right thing, like when you're trying, like any good adventure game that's well written will have great jokes for when you're not picking the right answer to the puzzle. And this one also does that. Also, their mini games are great. There is the segment with the rhyming insult sword fighting that I always love playing through. It's just the right amount of time spent on it. It doesn't overstay its welcome. Also game 4 has monkey combat, which is also great, but that's another pod. And I have some things that I wish were better, like the last area when you're in the Big Whoop theme park. Wish that was a bit bigger. They could have done so much more with it, but it's okay. Overall, this game really holds up. Visually, too, it looks great. It sounds great. The jokes are still funny. I just adore this game. And every now and then, I will fire it up and take a few hours and play through it and just be so happy the whole time. I highly recommend anybody who likes adventure games, old school adventure games. This one is a little bit more accessible, but if you like them, also the first 2 are fantastic. Any of those 3, you can't go wrong. But this one is my personal favorite because that's where I came in and that's how I fell in love with this series. And now I have the itch again. I guess my evening is planned. Well, thanks for listening, and happy gaming.